Good morning, Gemini. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. I'm Kat. I'm here giving weekly tarot readings every Monday for all the fire and earth signs and every Wednesday for all the air and water signs. So welcome, Geminis. This is going to be your weekly reading for November 5th through the 12th. And let's talk about, So after we had all these amazing trines and formations in the month of October, which caused all kinds of transformation, now we have planets pulling back into retrograde, and it might feel kind of weird to a lot of you who have this forward momentum, and all of a sudden things might feel almost like sluggish or like they're going backward, or you're re-examining things. It's sort of some crazy pulls that are going on. We've got a full moon in Taurus on November 5th, so today. A supermoon, which is going to bring strong endings, culmination points, revelations around what you value, your material foundations, emotional security. Mars is going to enter Sagittarius, or entered Sagittarius yesterday, November 4th. And so Mars, that's action, fire. So injecting fire, desire for expansion, bold action. But at the same time, we've got a lot of planets that are beginning to fall back into their orbits they were in retrograde. So, for example, with Uranus in opposition, there might be surprises, restlessness, or the need to break free of constraints. Venus enters Scorpio November 6th, tomorrow, which is going to intensify emotional connections. I mean, it's Venus, goddess of love, and Scorpio, fire, action, passion. So you're going to, a lot of power dynamic issues coming in, and also a lot of things related to that inner world of desire with that happening. Uranus is going retrograde and re-enters Taurus on November 7th. So this is going to invite a lot of re-evaluation of your sense of security, finances, resources, and personal worth. For air signs this week, the cosmic energy is going to be about clarity, communication, and choice. Those are going to be your focuses this week for air signs like you, Gemini. Full moon in Taurus is going to challenge you to ask, what do I really value? What support or structure do I rely on? Mars in Sag is going to urge action, but Uranus opposing you might feel sudden urges or disruptions. So speaking action, acting and thinking with intention is going to be really key during this week. Your mind is in overdrive, Gemini. The full moon is lighting up your partnership relationship axis. So clear communication is going to be vital for you, Gemini. Mars urges you onward, outward. Uranus might bring you unexpected conversations or disruptions. That's what Uranus does. So there's the astrology. Now let's see what the tarot has to say, shall we, Gemini? This is the reading for Gemini for the week of November 5th through the 12th. As usual, excuse my cough. I was very sick, hit really hard by the cold, this flu this last week. And now I just have the remnants of it in my head that's finally fading. I have put links to all the decks I use in the description below, as well as, and here you are, as well as a lot of other information and a link to buy me a coffee if you want to support me, support the channel, as well as biblical connections to all my tarot readings are in there as well. So Gemini, this week you're coming up with this 8 of Wands. Swift action. Keep pressing forward. You are being crossed by the World card, our final major arcana. Beautiful. All right, Gemini, below you in your subconscious toolshed, you've got Judgment, another major arcana. Stepping out of your immediate past, the first week of beginning of November, Halloween to beginning of November, is 7 of Swords. Crowning you up here is the Queen of Swords. Stepping into your immediate future around the 12th or so, mid-November, Wheel of Fortune, Wow, Gemini. Yeah, this is like kind of exactly what's going to be happening with you. And communication is key. Yes. So you and your environment, Gemini, this week, a Four of Wands. Beautiful. What a beautiful card. And then your environment itself, another major arcana, the Lovers. You've got a ton of major arcana here, Gemini, for this week. In your hopes and fears section, you've got the Page of Swords. And then in your final outcome is this beautiful Star, major arcana. So beautiful. Okay, so Gemini, you've got a ton of major arcana, which totally describes the major transformations you're going through right now in your life. Crossed with some swords, which I think I said your key is going to be intentionality around communication, and swords are communication. So this is just a perfect spread for you, Gemini. We're going to take one more card here from my holographic Rider-Waite deck. And this card will give us a final like clarification or confirmation of your reading here. Whoop! Can't have that one because I've seen it. So I think I'm going to cut this in here. And we're going to do this one more time. These cards are large. They can be tricky. Which one? Which one? There it is. Right there. That card right there is going to give us further clarification or confirmation of this reading. If at any point your intuition is telling you what you think it might be, do drop it in the comment section below. All right, let's get into this reading, shall we, Geminis? So for the week of the 5th through the 12th, you are being represented as an 8 of Wands. So eights are strength and action. So, and this is swift action. This is lots of swift action flying at you. So I feel like this week you're going to be trying to keep going with all the jobs and things that you have in motion, all the plates you've got spinning, because you're trying to create some beautiful new things in your life. And your task is just to keep pressing forward this week. You're being crossed by your challenge, obstacle, or awareness by this World card. It is the final major arcana. So it's crossing you, Gemini, because you need to know that right now you are on this threshold of stepping across into a new reality, very different from what you've had for the past many years. I think you're creating something entirely new, and so you're on this verge of just gaining it all and really leveling up in your life. And so it's important for you to be aware of that, because you need to be mindful. You're stepping out of right before the World card is Judgment. So this is Judgment is the 20th major arcana, and this World card is our 21st major arcana. So before you can achieve all that you want to achieve, you have to have a coming to Jesus moment with all those things in your life that don't put you there. You have to, in order to be the person that you want to be, you have to have all the habits and ways of that person. And so you have to judge all the things in your life and cut them away. So I feel like you've been doing that. You're bringing that with you. You got that sense of judgment. And that's what you're doing right now, so that you can achieve this World card. So we've got the in your immediate past, Halloween, beginning of first week of November, the Seven of Swords. Look out, the seven's about. This is all about people trying to maybe put one over on you, having to be careful around people. I feel like there's people in your life lately that have been less than honest, and you've had to be very wary of who's telling the truth and who's not. So I mean, it's the card of deceit and deception. So I feel like you've experienced or uncovered some of that in your recent past, Gemini. Your ideal is this Queen of Swords. So as I mentioned before we started the reading, your key is going to be intentional communication, being very intentional with how you communicate, being very mindful of how you communicate your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. And so that's the Queen of Swords. She respects reason and logic, and she's very skilled communicator and very nurturing with her words. And so that's in your crown because that's what you're striving to be this week, Gemini. You're stepping into, in your immediate future, mid-November, Wheel of Fortune. That Wheel of Fortune spinning. It's exactly halfway through our cycle, so it's like, it's also the card of luck. So you may have some really great luck with some new things that you've started mid-November, and you're going to be looking at those things. So that's exciting. I'd love to hear back from you and hear what happens and what that's all about. And you'll have to forgive my pup up there, Redford, if you can hear him. He hates it when I'm down here doing my readings without him. You in your environment this week are going to be feeling a Four of Wands. This is beautiful. This is the card of home and hearth. It's happiness. A lot of yellow. Yellow is happiness in the tarot. Stability, stable home life. So you're really focusing on maybe feeling like a homebody this week and just staying home and taking care of the family and taking care of the home, what you need to. That's how you're feeling this week, Gemini. You got the Lovers in your environment this week, which is awesome. Maybe new relationships, whether they be romantic or friend relationships. This Lover card is beautiful. It's all about new connections and emotional connections and following your passions. So clarity, communication, and follow those passions. Your environment's going to be offering you those connections. Your fear, hopes and fears, and I think it's a fear, is you're fearing the Page of Swords. So your ideal and your crown is being a Queen of Swords when it comes to your words and your communication. And pages, on the other hand, are very impulsive and sometimes can act rashly and rush in and maybe not choose the right words. That can be very impetuous. The way he's wielding this sword, he's looking the other way and wielding the sword. Like, I want to say, like that old movie, A Christmas Story. Look out, you put your eye out. So I think you're fearing being like a Page of Swords, not communicating as well as you want to. And that's why that's in your fear section. But just be mindful. Take the time ahead of time to set your intention when you're going to have a communication with people is good advice. Your final outcome is beautiful, Geminis. It's this Star card. Wishes granted. So wish upon a star. So you got the luck. You got this Wheel of Fortune, beautiful good luck card happening with you, and the Star card, and the Lovers, and the World, and Judgment, all in one reading, which I think is beautiful. I think you just have beautiful things coming your way, Gemini. The Star card is the card of wishes fulfilled, and it's also about temperance. She's the waters flowing. It's about keeping things balanced and maintaining that faith. Don't give up faith. Don't give up hope as you're pressing on with all your wands this week, Gemini. So I wonder what the confirmation card could be. I could totally see it being another one of our major arcana here that you're headed toward, or something in regards to communication. Could be a sword, temperance I could see coming up. I just don't know. What do you think it could be? Drop your comment in the comment section below. Let's see. It's the Temperance card. I thought it might be temperance because the Star keeping things flowing, so very, very good confirmation of our reading there, Geminis. Awesome, awesome. Hey, listen, if you haven't done this yet, smash that subscribe button right there. I'm doing a special this month. My first 500 subscribers are going to get free memberships. As soon as I hit 500, and I'm well on my way, I get to open a member section where I do all kinds of fun extended reads and extra bonus things, special readings for members only. So do hit that subscribe button right now and grab your free membership for being one of my first 500 subscribers to my channel. I hope you have a most blessed week, Gemini. I'm Kat. I'll see you next week.